What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thrifty back with Thrifty PS Gamer Reviews. Today we will be diving into the world of Akimbot. This is a game that was actually developed by 8 people. It is also a game that was given to me, purchased, and so just want to throw that out there. The guy who purchased it, it's Nelson's Gaming Culture, NGC, Nelson Gaming 12 on X. Go check him out, follow his stuff. And so just kind of wanted to give a shout out. Thank you again for this. I didn't ask for it, and it was a super generous thing. So let's get into it, because after after I got the game, of course I played it, and I was like, man, this thing, it feels... well, hang on. Let's get into the thing that we're going to do today. It was $20, $18.99, and that $18 gets you a kind of a Ratchet and Clank clone, which that's fine. I'm not against that in the least or in the slightest. Some of my very favorite games are clones of other games. Dark Cloud was like a modified clone of Zelda, right? At least that's how I remember playing it back in the day. I remember playing it thinking, oh crap, this game is like Zelda. Path of Exile used to be called a Diablo clone. Like, these games aren't all bad when they clone another game. Evil West is just a God of War clone, like, hands down. It's just God of War 2018 in a different setting with a gun. And I'm not even kidding. So clones aren't terrible. So, let's go through what happens. I get the game, I download it, I jump into it, and within the first 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the game, the screen starts freezing and tearing. And I'm not talking like, oh, it did it one time in this like one spot and then I never saw it again. No. This was like a repeatable screen tear that would happen. And I don't like performance issues in games. I really don't. And so, like, I messaged Nelson immediately, and I was like, dude, this game has terrible screen tearing. And then he was like, bro, you haven't even got the gun yet. Like, you don't even know if you like the gameplay or whatnot just because of the performance. So I was like, you know what? You're right. So I stuck through it, dealt with the screen tearing, dealt with the frame pacing issues, and played it for, I think, 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours. And I've literally made it to a point in the game that I can't get past. I can't go forward anymore. There's a boss in it that I just am not able to beat, which is fine. It's fine. I'll go back to the game eventually and try to beat it, but that does bring me to some of the mechanics of the game. It is unapologetically from the PS3 generation. And I do like that. Like, think about what's happened in gaming this year with games like Space Marine 2, Astrobot, this type of game. The games that just take us back to gaming. Like, that's all it is. It's just taking us back to gaming. Like Stellar Blade, just a great game. We have Metaphor coming up. I've played the demo. It's going to be a great game. But these are games that, like, I remember playing on the PS2, PS3, early on in the PS4. Just really great, amazingly fun experiences. And so, if I'm judging this game based off of how much fun it is, I think they nailed it. Like, it has great gameplay. The platforming is fun, solid. The puzzles can be challenging, but most of the time they're fairly simple. It's just a good game to plug in, play, and be like, you know what? I can play this. And here's the deal. I thought about giving this game a super low rating. And this is actually the third time I've recorded the review. But I was giving it a low rating because of the performance issues. And so if you are a performance person, stay away. Like, completely just stay away. It's the game is it runs awful. But if you can kind of look past that sometimes, here's the thing. If this was like a Last of Us Part 3, I wouldn't be able to look past it. That game is supposed to be amazing. It's had millions upon millions of dollars put into the game. It shouldn't have any issues. This game was developed by 8 people. And because of that, it was 8 people, and it wasn't like a 2D like side scroller. It was 8 people who made a 3D full functioning world and everything. So much respect to those people. And like I know what I'm expecting, and so my expectations get lowered a bit. And that's okay. Like it's asinine to think that a small studio of 8 people could do what a large studio of 400 people can do. Sometimes it happens, and sometimes we're surprised. I was surprised with this. It's just a fun experience. It's just a fun game. Check it out. It's Akimbot. I'd say, I was giving my rating. Sorry, I got a little sidetracked. If you're a person who cares about performance, I'd say this game's going to end up being about a 4.5 to 5.5 out of 10. Now, if you're a person that doesn't, I think that you're going to experience probably about an 8, let's say 7.5 to 8 out of 10, because the gameplay's solid. That's my review of the game. I think you'd really enjoy it. Those are some of my thoughts about the game. Some of the things I really enjoyed. Good luck with the boss in the lava area, because that little dude, or big dude rather, is a nightmare. And anyways, guys, $18. Thanks again to Nelson's Gaming Culture, Nelson Gaming 12 on X. Thank y'all so much. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for stopping by. Stay thrifty.